I'm gonna record. Anyways, so how about Karina? You start with your questions, and then Leah can ask her questions in the end, and I'll explain the part for the readings and questions with the readings. Is that all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can start.
So my part start first, and then the first question is, how old are you?
I'm 55 years old.
55 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second one is, where are you from?
I'm from Latvia.
And we're more interested in what part of Latvia?
From eastern part of Latvia. It's city Rezekne. Small, nice city. Yes.
Okay. The next question is, what is your highest level of education?
I'm graduated. I am graduated from Music Academy. It's equal like university in America.
Okay. Okay. So what are you majoring in the university?
It's Music Academy, and I had this degree, master degree of composer and music theoretical subject teacher.
Okay. So how many languages can you speak, and what are they?
Three languages: Latvian, English, and Russian.
Okay, Russian. Okay. So how long have you studied English?
Oh, since I don't know, since elementary school. From fourth grade. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fourth grade in elementary school. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Long time.
In what kind of place have you studied English before?
What kind of
place? Means like a school. Maybe you can also tell about your courses.
Yes.
Like all the places where you studied before.
Actually, the first one was school, my school. After that, through all my education, through high school, music high school, and music academy. And after that, when I got to USA, I had course for 1 or half a year in Montgomery University, just language. And now I'm studying in Adult Learning Center, English as second language. Yes, second year for me.
Okay. So, what was your level of
that one, how about I modify that question?
Okay.
Have you taken any kind of English tests, like to test your English level?
Yes.
What kind of test? Do you remember the names, and do you remember?
No, I don't have no one of these serious like.
You haven't taken any serious.
Yeah, but at school we had I started school here in Virginia Beach Adult Learning Center. We had some.
Placement test.
Yeah, placement test, and on the end of the year we have such. It's not such equal like this.
TOEFL,
yeah, not exactly equal, but some kind of that. And every year, and when we had some tests during year. Yeah, but it's like school tests. Oh no, not only school tests, but we had some tests from Virginia Beach education system, but this public school system, regular test. We just wrote it down, and it's checked by computers.
So do you remember what was how would you say your level is based on those tests? Like, are you intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced? Do you know?
Advanced, yes. Advanced,
level.
Advanced and level BC. It depends. Different. It's reading and writing and listening tests. Different tests. Yeah.
So they give you all the four categories when they test you, like reading, writing, speaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so now we're going to proceed with the next part. Next part, you have two small texts. One is, first one is about Lego, so you just read it, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, all right? Here's the text. This one, small one right here.
Oh, maybe I need. Okay.
You need
okay.
glasses?
Yeah. No. Okay.
You sure? Okay.
Ligua. Latvia is one of the few European countries where still today, just like hundreds of years ago, a celebration of the summer solstice
It's okay, you just read how you
is
feel.
held. Yeah. The shortest night of the year, from June 23rd to 24th, is spent in front of bonfires that burn bright until sunrise, singing Ligua-themed folk songs. Women and girls wear a crown of flowers on their heads, while men wear a crown of oak leaves. In many places of Latvia, Ligua is celebrated according to ethnic traditions, singing farewell folk songs to the sun as it sings behind the horizon and welcoming it at dawn. A pitch barrel filled with firewood is lit and raised up on a post, and people dressed in traditional folk costumes sing and dance all night long.
All right. So, very first question, very simple. Do you celebrate Ligua?
Yes, we do. Every year when we were in Latvia, we celebrated Ligua. Yeah, it was fun.
What are some of your favorite things to do on this holiday?
Actually, simple stuff to meet our kids, relatives, friends. Yes, but singing and maybe dancing around the fire and enjoy food.
Do you have any memories of your favorite Ligua celebration?
I love if many people take part in this celebration, and it was maybe on my childhood. Maybe it's about childhood. Yes, I remember that we always celebrate. All our village together came together, gathering, and in one place, and made. Concert and this fire, big fire, and all of our people from our village dancing around this fire and singing. And after that they split, made smaller fireplaces, and singing and celebrating everywhere. And you saw these lights on top of the hills, on the big and far distance, and you just have had the sounds from another places, and everywhere was go up, and it was very nice. And this shortest night of the year, when it's sun just come down a little bit and raised up, and it's so nice, and it was magic, and it is magic.
All right, thank you. Then you have another text to read about base jumping, and then the same thing. It's a little bit longer.
Maybe I take
Glasses? Okay, go ahead.
Glasses.
All right, we are experiencing some technical difficulties.
It's okay.
Actually, I didn't think about that. I should have, because I printed it out, but I didn't think about the size of the font. Oh, David, so cute. Is that today?
No, 2 days ago.
Oh, adorable. All right. So now this is a little bit longer. You just read it, and then I ask you some questions. And even if you don't know the words, just read through them.
Yeah. Base jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Some 25 years ago, Carl Bonish took a team of skydivers to Yosemite National Park, USA, and jumped with them from El Capitan's summit.
Mm-hmm.
The sport developed into base jumping, named after the 4 types of fixed objects people jump from: building, antenna, span, bridge, and earth cliff. A popular pastime. Due to legislation surrounding it, many base jumpers keep their hobby a secret, so it's difficult to say how many are involved in the sport. Estimated figures are very low. There are probably fewer than 1,500 across the world. Is it legal? Different countries have different attitudes towards base jumping. In the USA, the act of base jumping is not illegal, although the owners of high bridges or buildings do not usually permit people to jump from them. There are tight regulations against the sport in American and Australian national parks. One of the few countries that welcomes base jumping is Malaysia. What makes people do it? It is the danger of the sport that lures people to it. Comparably, skydiving is very safe. For some people, skydiving begins to feel too safe, and they move on the base jumping to recapture the sense of excitement. Base jumpers fall from heights much lower, often from dangerously low cliff edges with unsuitable conditions. Though they do not reach the same speed, they accelerate more quickly during their fall. At the fastest part of the skydiver's fall, the ground is still distant, but base jumpers see is approaching them at an incredible speed. Is it as dangerous as it sounds? No one can deny that base jumping is an incredibly dangerous sport. The jumps are much shorter than those undertaken by skydivers, leaving little time to open the parachute or sort out problems if they arise. Such problems can often be fatal. However, some base jumping enthusiasts insist the risks are exaggerated and can be kept to a minimum if the jumpers are carried out correctly. Many claim that strict laws against jumping in national parks force them to jump in unsafe conditions. But even at organized jumps, casualties are expected with ambulances on standby for anticipated broken ankles or more serious injuries.
All right. So first question: have you ever heard about base jumping before? Have you heard about this kind of sport?
I have heard, but not exactly like base jumping and diving, and just for me it was jumping from somewhere, from high point.
Okay, what do you think about this kind of sport?
It's very extremely dangerous, I think so, but maybe not.
All right. Are there any extreme sports that you are interested in? For example, to watch or to do?
Maybe diving.
Skydiving.
Not skydiving, but diving in water.
In the water.
In the water, yes. Maybe climbing up to the mountains. What else?
All right, I think that's quite good. Okay, now the last part, Leah will ask you some questions more about the text that you read and some things, and then we'll finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, what did you think about the articles you just read? Were they easy or difficult for you?
Not very easy, but yeah, I found some new vocabulary I didn't know, but actually I got this main idea from the last. Yeah.
Okay. Did you think the topics were interesting?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about reading out loud? Were you comfortable doing it, or did you feel uncomfortable? Can you explain?
No, I feel very comfortable. I don't know, because it's my daughter sits with me, and you are her friend, and maybe if I were in a different situation, like at school, I felt myself not so comfortable yet, but now I'm okay.
Okay. And when you speak in English, do you think you can make the other person understand you clearly? Why not? So what I mean is, when you speak to somebody else, not,
Yeah.
not just us, but
Yeah,
in
I
general,
catch.
do you-
I catch idea. Yes, I think I. At least I can explain if I run out of my words. I can show with hands or explain different way. Yes, if I don't know exactly words, vocabulary.
Okay. And have you noticed if you use any common Latvian sounds or pronunciations when you speak in English?
When I speak, yes, yes, I usually hear different accents, and for me it seems that I can do it better. But when I do it, I always catch that I'm wrong in this place or another.
Have you noticed, like, particularly, maybe some particular thing, just like a question, maybe you have noticed one specific sound or letter that you pronounce that maybe is not exactly the way that it should be pronounced in English?
Maybe
Or the way you hear?
yeah, maybe some this I don't know. No, oval sound much
You mean
longer.
vowel?
Vowel sound longer than American, and maybe softer than especially American pronunciation. Better. Yes. So.
Okay. And are there any Latvian sayings or idioms that you use in English? So you've translated them from Latvian to English, but that might not be understandable for an English speaker?
No, but I cannot remember that now. But when we study these idioms, I understand that we have another but same meaning in Latvian. Yes.
Yeah,
For
that's
example, yeah.
just the question. Like, if you have ever noticed that you say something that you want to say and you think, oh, the person
Yeah.
will understand, but the person is like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you said that you've heard English idioms and you relate them to idioms you know in Latvian, but they're a little different. But the gist is the same. So have you ever like actually directly translated the idiom in Latvian because you thought it was appropriate? So maybe the hearer didn't understand, but it's similar. You know what I mean?
No, I don't translate. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But we have in Latvian a lot of phrasal words and idioms also. And now only here in America, when I started to study more serious English, I understand that we have in Latvian, and maybe for foreigners who study Latvian, it's also not so easy to understand what we are talking about.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, that was the last question, so I'll stop